Hey everyone, feeling a little overwhelmed by all the AI news this week. Yeah, I get it.
It's a lot to keep up with.
That's why we're here to help.
That's right.
We're doing a deep dive today.
Sounds good.
We've got this awesome video from Matt Wolf,
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
and we've also got some AI-generated summaries.
That'll help get to the key takeaways.
By the end of this, you'll be the AI guru of your friend group.
That's the goal.
So first up,
Okay.
Decoding AI.
Hmm.
Have you heard about this new Claude 3.7 Sonnet thing?
Oh, yeah. Anthropic just released it.
It's all about code,
Mm-hmm.
but also something called agentic tasks.
That's a key concept here.
What exactly does that mean?
It basically means the AI can act on your behalf
Okay.
out there in the digital world.
So, like what? Give me an example.
So think about like needing a simple website.
Okay.
Instead of hiring a developer,
Right.
you could just describe what you want to Claude 3.7.
Oh, wow.
And it builds the website for you.
No way.
People are already using it for all sorts of things. Like what?
I've seen 3D games, even realistic websites.
That's amazing.
It's pretty wild.
But how does it actually work? Does it just like magically make a website appear?
Well, not quite. One of the coolest things is this extended thinking mode.
What's that?
So you can actually see the AI working through the problem step by step.
Oh, so you can see its process.
Yeah, before it spits out the final product.
So it's not just a black box.
Exactly. You can really understand what it's doing.
I like that. It builds trust.
For sure.
But what about OpenAI?
Oh, they're not just sitting around.
I didn't think so.
They just launched GPT 4.5 this week.
Oh, cool. What's new with this one?
Well, it's interesting, actually.
Okay.
They're not really focusing on making it more powerful this time.
Hmm.
Their big thing is something they call vibes.
Vibes. What does that even mean?
So they're basically making it more conversational.
So it's like more human-like.
Yeah, exactly. More like you're chatting with a friend.
So while Claude is building websites, GPT wants to hang out and chat. Huh. Something like that. But it does raise some interesting questions, right?
For sure.
Is this whole conversational AI thing just a marketing gimmick, or is it something bigger?
Yeah.
Like, are we moving towards AI being less about raw power
Hmm.
and more about, like, a true partnership with humans?
That's a really interesting question. But didn't you say GPT 4.5 was actually slower?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
What's the deal with that?
Well, OpenAI's CEO admitted they're running out of GPUs.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, those powerful computer chips they need to train these big AI models.
Wow.
That little detail actually tells us a lot about where AI development is at.
How so?
These models are so resource intensive,
Yeah.
even the big players are struggling to keep up.
It's like they're trying to run a marathon carrying a piano.
Haha, good analogy. But while OpenAI is figuring out their hardware issues,
Yeah.
other companies are finding really cool ways to bring AI into the real world.
Whoa. Like who?
Well, Amazon just announced Alexa Plus.
A new Alexa.
And guess what it's powered by?
Okay, don't tell me.
Claude.
No way. So now Alexa can build me a website.
Well, not quite yet.
Oh, okay.
But they're using Claude's agentic capabilities
Right.
to give Alexa a massive upgrade.
Give me an example.
Imagine you can just ask Alexa to order takeout or book you a ride, all in a totally natural conversation.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, these agentic tasks are going to change how we use tech.
Totally. Okay, even I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed with all this.
It's a lot, I know.
Even for someone who follows this stuff, it feels like AI is moving at warp speed.
It really is.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're going to do a rapid fire round of some other big news this week.
Okay, I'm ready. What else is going on?
Well, Microsoft made their Copilot AI assistant completely free.
Wow.
It includes features like voice control and think deeper.
So anyone can have their own AI sidekick now.
Pretty much.
That's huge.
And for anyone who splurged on the Vision Pro headset,
Yeah?
Apple is bringing their AI suite to the platform.
Really? Like what kind of stuff?
So there's AI-powered writing tools, image editing, and even something called Gen emojis.
And emojis. Okay, now I need to see that.
It sounds like you can create your own emojis with AI.
That's going straight to my AI wish list.
Okay, what else?
There's this new super fast code generation model called Mercury Coder.
Okay.
It uses something called diffusion modeling. It can supposedly churn out code in just seconds.
Wow, that sounds like a game changer for developers.
Definitely. Oh, and Google AI Studio.
Yeah, the free platform.
Yeah, they added a cool feature called branching.
Branch.
So you can actually go back to any point in a conversation with the AI
Oh, interesting.
and explore different conversational paths.
So you're not stuck in a linear conversation.
Exactly.
You can go back and see how different responses lead to different outcomes.
Yep. It's a great way to experiment with AI.
All of this is incredible.
It is.
It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
I think so too.
We haven't even touched on all the new image and video stuff. Oh, yeah. There's a lot to cover there.
But let's save some of that for later.
Sounds good.
Let's end with something that really hits home.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
Robots. Remember all that talk about agentic AI acting in the real world?
Mm-hmm.
Well, figure. Robotics, the humanoid robot company, just moved up their timeline
For what?
for bringing robots into homes
Wow, how much?
by 2 years.
No way. So what, they were aiming for 2027?
Yeah, now it's 2025.
That's right around the corner. We could have robots doing chores in just a couple of years.
I know, it's mind-blowing.
And maybe a little scary, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
But think about it. What would you want a robot helper to do?
That's a good question, one we should all be thinking about.
Absolutely. It's just one of the many fascinating questions all of this AI stuff raises.
Well, we've covered a ton in this first part of our deep dive,
We have.
but trust me, we're just getting started.
There's so much more to explore.
Stay tuned because we're about to go even deeper.
It's crazy to think in just a couple of years we could have robots in our home.
I know, right? And remember how we were talking about OpenAI and their GPU shortage?
Yeah.
Well, they're not alone.
Really?
Turns out, a lot of companies are hitting that same roadblock.
Makes sense. Everyone's trying to build these massive AI models.
Exactly. And they all need those powerful chips.
So what happens now?
Well, it's actually pushing innovation in a different direction.
How so?
Researchers are now trying to make AI models more efficient,
Oh, interesting.
so they can do more with less computing power.
So instead of just making bigger models, they're trying to optimize.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a whole new way of thinking.
Cool. Hey, let's switch gears for a bit.
Okay, sure.
What do you think about all this AI music stuff that's going on?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty wild. AI composing music, creating soundtracks,
I know.
even singing like real vocalists.
It's kind of blowing my mind.
Does this mean anyone can be a musician now?
Well, not quite that simple, but it's getting close.
But can AI music really be good? Like, can it compare to stuff made by humans?
That's the big debate right now.
What are people saying?
Some think AI music will never be truly creative or emotionally powerful.
Yeah,
Others think it's just a new tool, like any other instrument.
makes sense.
It's like, is a guitar creative? It's the human who uses it that makes the art.
True. I guess only time will tell how this all unfolds.
Definitely. Speaking of creativity, what about AI in education?
Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. What's going on there?
Well, there are these personalized learning platforms popping up everywhere.
Personalized learning.
Yeah, so the AI tailors the learning experience to each student.
So it's like customized education.
Exactly, based on their needs and how they learn best.
That's so cool. No more one-size-fits-all teaching.
And there are even AI tutoring systems now.
AI tutors.
Yeah, they give real-time feedback and support.
It's like having a personal tutor on call 24/7.
Pretty much. They answer questions, give hints, even adjust the difficulty level.
That's amazing. This could really help level the playing field in education.
That's the hope. Everyone gets the support they need.
What about teachers? Does AI replace them?
Actually, it can help them too.
Really?
Yeah, things like grading can be automated.
Oh, that makes sense.
So teachers have more time to focus on their students.
It seems like AI is changing the game for both teachers and students.
I think so. Making education more accessible and effective for everyone.
Okay, this is all super cool, but we need to talk about the other side of this too.
You mean the risks?
Yeah, we've talked about the benefits,
Mm-hmm.
but AI can disrupt things too.
Absolutely.
Jobs could be lost. There's the potential for bias.
Big questions about ethics and responsibility.
How do we make sure AI is used for good and not for harm?
Those are tough questions.
You can't just ignore the potential downsides.
We need to have open and honest conversations about these things.
And consider the impact on everything from jobs to privacy.
even what it means to be human.
It feels like we're in uncharted territory here.
We are. It's exciting, but we need to be careful too.
Like explorers in a new world.
Exactly. Be prepared for anything. Be adaptable.
Well said. This whole AI landscape is constantly changing,
It's a whirlwind.
but also super fascinating.
It really is. Pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
We've covered so much in this part.
From robot helpers to AI teachers.
And those GPU shortages.
Haha, yeah, those keep coming up.
But there's still so much more to explore.
There is. Next time we're going deeper.
Deeper into the philosophical side of AI.
That's right. How AI will impact society as a whole.
And what we can do to prepare for this future.
It's going to be a good one, so stick around.
Okay, so we're back.
Back again.
And we've talked about some pretty amazing stuff, right?
Robots, AI music.
All kinds of things.
AI teachers.
But now I think we need to take a step back.
Zoom out a little.
Yeah, look at the bigger picture.
The big picture, exactly.
How is all this AI stuff going to change things?
How will it affect society as a whole?
That's the question.
Work, relationships.
Even our culture.
Right, it's going to touch everything eventually.
Some people are excited, some are nervous.
It's understandable. There's a lot to consider.
We've talked about AI creating jobs.
But it could also replace jobs.
And then there's the whole bias issue.
Oh, yeah, making sure AI is fair for everyone.
Feels like we're at a turning point.
Yeah, a real crossroads.
AI could solve big problems.
Huge potential there.
But we have to be careful.
Absolutely. Proceed with caution.
So how do we handle all of this?
How do we prepare for this future with AI everywhere?
Any advice?
Well, I think one thing is lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning, huh?
Yeah, the skills that are valuable today.
Right.
They might not be so valuable tomorrow.
Yeah, things change so fast.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we got to be adaptable.
Learning new things.
Always be learning.
Right, us.
Don't be afraid to play around with AI tools yourself.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
There's tons of free stuff out there.
Like what?
Image generators, language models, you name it.
The more you use them, the more you understand them.
Exactly. Get hands-on experience.
It's like learning a new language.
That's a great way to put it.
You got to immerse yourself.
And one last thing.
Okay.
Stay informed.
About AI.
Yeah, not just the tech stuff, but the ethical side too.
So, like, read articles, listen to podcasts.
Exactly. Stay up to date on what's going on.
This is a lot to take in.
I know, it's a wild ride.
But it's also incredibly exciting.
It is. It's like we're witnessing history in the making.
And we're all part of it.
Shaping the future.
All right, listeners.
That about wraps it up for this week's deep dive.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Learned a thing or two.
We covered a lot.
From new models to robots to the future of work.
But remember, this is just the beginning.
We'll be back next week with even more AI news.
In the meantime,
Keep those brains buzzing.
and let's keep this conversation going.
Out there in the world.
On social media, with your friends. The future of AI.
It's up to all of us.
And until next time, stay curious.